guys, it's me, Rachel from Trino Nights. So I am restarting a YouTube channel. First started like 2 years ago. I made 2 videos and I wasn't happy with them. It wasn't what I really wanted to do at that time. I don't think I had like a clear vision of what I wanted in a channel for myself, and I think I'm in a much better place now on what I want and how I want to do it, and I have so many ideas now, so better late than never, I guess. So in today's video, I am going to be showing you guys how to make this cute little Dango Family palm top. So we have Daddy Dango, Mama Dango, and Baby Dango. Now if you don't know, the Dango family is from the anime Clannad and Clannad After Story, and if you haven't watched it, do it. So good. It's one of my favorites. It's just watch it. Just watch it. So anyway, Dango family today out of polymer clay. We do a little bit of painting, some glazing, some gluing, and obviously sculpting because it's clay. So all right, let's get to it. So first we want to just gather everything together that we need. So we have some beige clay, an assortment of pinks for the Mama Dango, black clay that we will use for the eyes, and then we have a light blue clay that we will use for the Daddy Dango, translucent, that I will mix with all the colors just to make everything a little bit softer, and a light yellow for Baby Dango, and of course white for his little diaper. I have a circle cutter to measure the shape that I need, all my clay tools that I will be using, my cutter blade, and a base to work on. So I rolled out my beige clay in my pasta machine. I'm using my circle cutter to measure the size that I need, moving it onto my little work area and smoothing out the edges as I go because I want to keep everything nice and soft. I don't want anything too harsh. I want to smooth down any fingerprints, and I'm just wiping it down with a baby wipe to get rid of any dust. Then I take a chisel tip silicone tool, pushing that all along the bottom so that way I can get the bottom edge to not be so harsh and kind of keep it looking a little bit more organic and not nearly as flushed with the bottom. And then I'm taking a needle tool and I am just putting in the indentions for the individual wood planks for my base. And then I take a pointed silicone tool and I'm making long and short strokes to make the wood grain. Now you don't want to press too hard, because if you press too hard then you're going to get the same indentions as you did with the needle tool. But doing really light strokes over and over again, alternating between short and long strokes, you will eventually end up with a really nice looking wood grain. I'm just going to finish it up. Alright, now we have the base all complete with the wood planks and the wood grain all in there. I am really liking how it looks, so let's move on to the Dango family. So with the Daddy Dango, we're going to start off with a light blue clay mixed with some translucent. We kind of want to roll him into an oval ball type shape. I'm putting him on the base just to make sure that I have the size right, rolling him down, trying to make sure he's nice and smooth because the Dangos are really smooth. Then I'm moving on to a pink translucent mix, and I'm doing the same thing for the Mama Dango. Nice little oval ball shape, and again with the Baby Dango with a yellow translucent mix. Then I take some white clay and I roll it out into a snake, and then I flatten it out a little bit. We're going to use this for his little diaper blanket thing. And I roll it out, and then I'm going to wrap it around and kind of measure it and see. And I need to cut off some of the edge because I want it to kind of meet up right in the middle really nicely. I don't want there to be too much overlap. And I'm just cleaning up that little thing, whatever it is. And now I am just smoothing everything out. I don't want any harsh lines. I want everything to look kind of natural. And now I am just going to start placing it right in the middle. If I can get it. Yeah, okay, I got it. And then I wrap it around and have it meet up in the middle. You want it to kind of have that little V in the front. And then you just kind of want to push it down at the bottom so that way it's nice and smooth. I'm sorry about the fly, guys. It's Texas and summer. It can't be helped. Sorry. Anyway, so I'm liking how that diaper looks. I'm going to see how he looks with the family. I'm really liking their size and their shape. Everything's looking good. I noticed that the diaper was kind of coming up from the top, so I'm just going to kind of smooth it down so we don't see his little baby booty, because we don't need to see that. Okay, and I am really liking how they all look together. So now it's time to make the faces. So for the faces, you want to take black clay, roll them out into little snakes, and you want to get really small little pieces. And you want to put them on the piece before you actually like squish them on. That way you can redo them if you need to. Now Daddy Dango is a little bit cranky, so we're going to do the same step, but then we're going to trim the top part of his eyes, and then we're going to make him little thinner snakes for his little furrowed eyebrows, because he is cranky for some reason. And again for the baby Dango, 2 very small little snake eyes. Then we're going to roll out some darker pink for the cheeks for the mama Dango. We're going to place those little circles just right on her cheeks. And then same for baby Dango, except his are more little ovals, so you're going to do the same thing that you did for the eyes. And then I'm just cleaning them up with a little bit of alcohol and a Q-tip, getting rid of any extra dust that may have popped on, or smoothing out any fingerprints. I'm doing the same with the base, and time to bake. Now that everything's baked, we are going to take all the pieces off, give them one last little clean with some acetone to kind of clean up any little fuzzies or dust that may have still settled in there. Then I am going to do a quick brown wash on the base. So I'm mixing some browns together and some water. Put in a little too much water, so I added some more paint to make it a little more thick. Then I took a sponge brush and I'm just saturating the piece to make sure that there is paint all over, getting inside those little grooves. And then I'm just doing it again and repeating until I am happy with the end result. Pretty happy with how it is now, so I'm going to take some darker brown paint and doing a dry brush technique, and I am just kind of brushing everything over and really making sure to get in between those planks, so that way the piece just has a lot more dimension to it. Now we are going to paint Daddy Dango's cheeks. I am using a fine tip detail brush, and I am just dipping my paintbrush into a little bit of red paint, making sure to take off any of the excess because you don't want any little balls of paint. And I'm just painting a little bit of a checkerboard type pattern on his face, making sure to clean my brush as I go so that way everything stays nice and smooth. Now time to assemble. All right, now that they're put together, we're just going to glue them down with some super glue. And for the last step, what I'm going to do is take some matte satin glaze, and I'm just going to brush it all over because I want to protect all the colors and I want to protect the paint. And I like this glaze because it keeps everything looking like how clay looks after it's baked, but it just has a bit of a softer finish. And it overall just looks really nice, and I have found that this glaze works really well. Here it is, guys, the finished product. As you can see, the glaze is really nice and soft. It's not glossy, it's not overly matte. It's just a nice finish that looks really natural. So here we are from the front and the sides. I really love this figure so much. It's definitely one of my favorites. Alright guys, I hope you liked my Dango Family Palmtop tutorial. If you did, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below on any ideas you might have for future videos. I have a bunch, so I'm really excited to get working on them. So yeah, be sure to subscribe, like this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys!